Welcome back from the break. This is the Community Connections portion of the Anne Arundel County's Most Wanted television program, and it's my pleasure now to introduce Sandi Parrish of the Pasadena Business Association. Sandi, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, before the break, I told the audience that you were the president, when in fact you are not the president. You are the executive director, and the president is our friend Jim Anderson.
Correct.
Jim, sorry about that. So let's talk about the Pasadena Business Association. How long have you guys been around?
23 years. Actually, Ed Lauer, Lauer Supermarket and Bakery, started the Pasadena Business Association with about 35 members. They were looking for a forum basically for to review legislation that was coming up and to be able to vote within the group how they wanted that legislation to go, and then to go back to the governmental agencies and use that to hopefully go in their direction.
Now, you're 35 back then under Mr. Lauer. Now, what is it now? What is your...
We have 281. Unfortunately, we've lost some members due to the economy. Some of our smaller businesses have gone out of business, so we have lost some members. We normally stay right around 300.
Now, do you guys meet regularly and have meetings, or let's talk about that?
We meet the first Wednesday of every month at noon. The location changes. It's usually at one of the local member restaurants. We usually have a guest speaker. You know, you spoke with us before. And that's usually something of interest to the businesses. We try to get a guest speaker in there who has some knowledge that they'd be interested in hearing from. Now,
a website. You've got to have a website. What is that? Tell the audience.
We have a brand new website. I'm very happy with our brand new website. It's PasadenaBusinessAssociation.com. I hope everybody goes and looks at it. Rob Emanecker from Hairy Dog Digital did it for us, and it's wonderful. All of our members now are listed on there, so you can go up and look our members up alphabetically. You can look them up categorically. You can see any event that's coming up with the PBA and how the PBA got started.
Very cool. Now, is there a telephone number also?
410-360-4PBA.
4PBA. It's easy to remember. Now, what are some of the benefits of being a member of the Pasadena Business Association?
Well, one of the biggest one, I think, is we have a leads group. We also do a lot of networking functions with the other chambers, which gives our members a chance to get outside of the Pasadena Business Association and go see the other people in the chambers. We have a yearly community membership directory, and that gets our members listed in that, and we print and distribute 6,000 copies of that, and they go all over the place. So that's a great way. And you're listed in there just under your dues, but you can also buy other advertising space in there. So that's another great way to get out there. One of our biggest ones, I think, is we have a legislative committee that follows the legislation that's coming up that may affect both our members personally and within their business. And this legislative committee will bring then those bills to the association, and then we'll decide where we want to go with them, and they'll go back and testify on behalf of the Pasadena Business Association. Great. So it's great for the things that may affect your business.
Now, do you also, when you work on this legislative piece of PBA, do you also network with the other associations, you know, Greater Crofton Chambers, Verna Park, and all that? Very good.
Yeah, we do that some way on legislation, but more on networking that we do with the other chambers. But we do get together sometimes on the legislating part, too.
Yeah, I can tell you, I know when I was the guest speaker, when you had me at Windows by the Bay, you had a great turnout that day.
I normally have between 60 and 80 members at a PBA general membership meeting, which is a very good turnout. I'm very pleased with that.
Now, what are some of the neat things you have coming up?
Well, first of all, we have our golf tournament coming up. That is September 23rd. And then we have our 16th annual trade shows, October 8th at Early Heights. That is always a great venue, great venue. Our 14th annual PBA Caring and Sharing for Thanksgiving Parade, which you're always a part of. That's coming up November 1st at 2 p.m., and we're always looking for people to get involved in that. If you want to have a float, we're actually going to do prizes this year. Most original youth group floats, the best church, maybe the best musical. We really haven't worked out all the details, so that'll be fun. And then I think one of our very important functions is our Child's Christmas, where we collect food and toys for those less fortunate, and with the economy the way it is, I think it's going to be tenfold this year. That's
a great idea. Now, you talked about the trade show, and I've been there. Let's talk about that a little bit. Let's tell the people what's involved.
We have, our members can buy a booth, and they can come to the booth, and that's a good opportunity for them to sit down and one-on-one with the community. The community can come in, go from booth to booth, see what they have to offer. They also can come and have food and drinks, and just it's a social event, but it's also a good way for our members to get their wares, their product out there.
Now, if somebody wants to join PBA, what do they have to do?
All they have to do is call me. They're welcome to come to a meeting and check us out. They can go on the website. There's an application on the website, or they can call the PBA number. We also have an ambassador committee that would love to come out and talk to anybody that's thinking about it and kind of on the fence. They'd be glad to come out and talk to you about the benefits of PBA.
Very good. Sandy, thank you very much for being on
you.
our show.